Good morning, good evening, and good night. Welcome to. This is not going to be called KRS in the UK anymore, but let me just finish up with KRS and stipulate, that my last video had really confirmed everything as far as this strange ritualistic behavior is concerned. Okay, because it seems it's pretty much intrinsic in the behavior of these so-called celebrities. This is what they do. Whatever they do with fingers and hands and signs and everything else, it's just an inbuilt mechanism that repeats itself on and on and on and on. You know, for example, Donald Trump keeps doing the 366 hand sign and stuff like that. It's just intrinsic. It's not, some people can go to extra lengths. So I think KRS-One goes to extra length to get this science in all his lectures and all that other stuff. You know, he goes all out to try and get all those things in. And he does. It works. And he works with cameras, and he works with the people that are recording him. It's very skillful stuff, and it's very subtle. So you really got to look out for it. So my latest on that is, he's doing an interview somewhere, and he's talking about his freestyle battle with Melle Melle. Is it Melle Melle? Melle Melle. I think it was Melle Melle. We'll play a clip. It doesn't matter.
Just like you all, like this. On the side, the minute he stepped on the stage, the crowd said, "Ooh!" I thought they were booing me. Like, boo! I was like, "What are you doing poetry? This is fucking Melle Melle is my idol. Okay? I don't. Okay? This dude did the message too. It's not in your face with me. Yeah, look. So I'm like, he jumped on stage.
He jumped on your cock. And then you realize you didn't have a cock.
The crowd paid to see me.
And there you go. He says Melle Melle dropped a 7 rhyme. 7 times this, 7 times that, 7 blah 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 blah, and anything else.
Mel went first. He did this rhyme that I thought was pretty dope. About 7s. He just was rhyming about 7 MCs and 7 this. I got 7 sevens and 7. And he was just doing this 7 thing.
Unheard, right?
Unheard. It was just unheard. It was his new rhyme, so I don't know what it was. But it wasn't a battle rhyme. He was battling me, but
He introduced you to
he was trying to be better. Like, it wasn't you are this and I'm gonna do this to you. He tried to just be better on stage. Just like, I'm outdo it.
That for me proves that KRS goes all out to get this Crowley, whatever it is, 777 type mystical magic into wherever he does, wherever he goes, whatever he says, whenever he says it, it's there, it's there, you haven't got to really think about it. You haven't got to go blah blah blah. Okay, that makes blah 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 blah. And funny, I've just heard Obama use the term STV because he doesn't want his daughter picking up sexually transmitted viruses. STV is also how KRS addresses his own Stop the Violence movement. He shortens it to STV. We can go acronymic on that if we want, what I'm saying? Let's spend a little while fucking around with that. I'll fixing things up as we're going along. And anybody that wants to join in with their own acronyms, in regard to Stop the Violence or UNESCO or anything else, you'll see it in the last video. I played around with the UNESCO thing. You never ever sold Cold Out, KRS-One. Oh yes you did. You never ever sold Cold Out. I'll fuck with you, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, So this is where we are now. And then speaking of the Obama family, my gosh, now it's come out, Malia smokes weed, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, we'll have a scroll through some pictures here as we're going along. And it's like, dude, like I said, you know, they're all involved with the same kind of science that KRS is using. You know, you got to, you know, it's very subtle. You got to pick things up, but also pay special attention to clothing style and everything else, the colors and all that lot. They're all coded. Everything coded. It's awfully coded. The fact that Malia smokes weed and she does it in public, I don't know. You know. Anybody want to break that down, the metaphysical run, you can go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Get back to me on that. You know, I haven't really broken that down yet in any way. You know, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on cracking numerical code within what media show us. You know, I'm a learner. I'm learning from other people as well at the same time. But I've studied numerology over the years, you know what I'm saying? I've got books on it. You know, right here. Right here, man. Under your nose right here, one of the oldest classic numerology books. Yeah, thin paperback, man, anybody can buy one of those motherfuckers. The author Mary Anderson, no relation to the one that done Thunderbirds. So we can go on. So, you know, I find that interesting. Malia smokes weed, okay, she's a human being. Is she a human being? I don't know, dude, you know what I'm saying? The images I'm seeing now look very suspect, all very planned and all very manipulated. You know, the chick in front of her sticks her tongue out. She's doing all sorts of crazy stuff and knows Malia's got a joint in her fucking hand. You know, so everything is orchestrated. There's nothing around these people that are just random events. It's all orchestrated and pre-prepared. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's all rehearsed and all that stuff. You know, these people are. You know, like I said, you look at the Obama family and, you know, study the gene pool, and the gene pool goes thousands of years back. Yeah, you know, you're looking at today's modern pharaohs. You know what I'm saying? You know, anybody want to disagree with that, they can go ahead. It's no problem for me. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're just paying attention to what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? And really decoding all these events. You know, there's been several events that happen. I don't know what's going on in California. Since I spoke about Turkey and Portugal winning the World Cup, the Algarve is on fire. And I spoke about the line that left England and went there. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about royalty and all that stuff. But anyway, not to distract too far, because I don't want this to be too long. You know, I'll throw clips in and all that stuff. So, you know, I'll extend and go on, you know, because KRS came into the picture because of Bam Barter and Ronald Savage and Puppy, you know, and there seems to be twin themes all the time, you know. There's always a twin theme, you know. If we're talking about a child abuser, we're talking about one man, but then we're talking about that one man who's been propped up and defended and promoted like fuck. By another man. And we look at this man, KRS, when there is a man, you know, we see these pairs occurring again. You know, he's with Ramona Parker, and then there's Simone G. Parker, and then there's two deaths around everybody. You know what I'm saying? There's Ramona G. Parker and the son. Hubbard Parker, Randy Hubbard Parker, and all these different pairs and dichotomies and these cross references to everything. You know, everything seems to be tied in pairs and stuff. You know, and I've been noticing that for some time. You know, because you know behind Bam Barter's story, there's two main victims that have come and put their faces on camera and said what. You know what I'm saying? There's another 6 or 7 or more that have still got to come up and pitch their shit in, you know, and get Star Chamber. You know, there's a few things about Star Chamber as well I need to also address. Yeah, so we've moved on there, and so let's just stick to Ronald Savage for a minute. One of the victims of Afrika Bambaataa, who wrote a book and who's now a politician. It's footage of him now. Irritated Genie from the House of Consciousness Movement, I think, recorded a conversation between Ronald Savage and an ex-Zulu Nation member, or I think he's still currently a Zulu Nation member. And the conversation is very intense. We'll also play a clip there. You know, it's pretty intense. You know, one side's trying to defend the brand. You know, the Zulu Nation member is trying to defend the brand. You know, the Zulu brand. Yeah, it's not occurring into his head that people have been hurt and people have been traumatized. So there you go. This narcissistic type of mentality that, you know, saying let's forget about who's been hurt. It was in the past. You know, this guy wants to go at Ronald Savage for getting involved and enjoying it and going back and getting involved and doing more. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's got a point. You know, but this is a 14-year-old, 15-year-old boy who's now in his 50s, reanalyzing what he was doing at the time, and realised he's making bundles of mistakes. Didn't know it was going to affect his life in this way. A lot of people don't. You know, when you're going, you know, Ronald Savage, give him a break, man. He's going through his adolescence at the time. He's an adolescent boy, 14, 15 years old. You know, people think people are old enough to make decisions at that age. You know what I'm saying? But at 14, 15-year-old, man, you're barely pubescent. You don't even know what to do with your shit. And if a dude twice your size and twice your age knows what to do with your shit better than you know what to do with your shit, you know what I'm saying? He's going to show you what to do with your shit, and as far as regards he does with his shit and anybody else's shit. You know what I'm saying? So give Ronald Savage a break. You know what I'm saying? That nigga, you know what I'm saying? It's different from when you're 9 or 10 and you're nowhere near pubescent phase or adolescent phase. But adolescent phase is they call it in German, it's Pubertät. You know what I'm saying? The phase that children go through when they're heading into their teens. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that can be as heavy as, I don't know, going to school for the first time. You know, it's a phase, it's a transition. You know, and I can remember my own transition at that age. You know, it wasn't easy. Never fucking easy. Your nuts start dropping, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know, you know, I don't even know when my voice broke. So, you know, that's what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, these motherfuckers, these pervertedly minded motherfuckers who want to say, well, that nigga enjoyed it. That nigga complied. He complied to the whole sexual activity that took place with Ronald Savage and Afrika Bambaataa. You know, and I just don't think it's very fair.
You gotta ask yourself, why did it take so long for the Zulu Nation to come out with a statement?
See, that was my next question, because now after they refuted you.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
You gotta ask yourself that. Because behind the scenes, they were trying to get me to retract my story. They were trying to get me to take money. When I refused all the offers, that's when they came out with that.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Zulu Nation was big. Planet Rock. Like, there's one fucking single item that Bambaataa can say, well, yeah, okay, you know what I'm saying? You know, behind that, we're going to pump up everything I do. Because nothing else, he released other albums, but nothing else really done what Planet Rock did. Because like I said, it's all planned, it's all rehearsed, it's all put into place. The programs, and Agent KRS is one of the part of that program. You know, and like I've said, you know, in the last video we've addressed him taking in 2001 on May the 16th, which is 1 + 6, 7 again. You know, taking that shit to UNESCO and turning that shit corporate. Niggas have been sleeping, man. People have been fucking sleeping, enjoying that motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? But then again, you know, for me, hip hop ended in '98. You know, and hip-hop for me was finished in 98, 97, 98. Bang, bang, Tupac, Biggie, bang, bang. That's it. After that, we're going off the rails. Completely off the motherfucking rails. That's where I stepped off. You know, and as a producer and an artist myself, and I am, you know, making these podcasts insofar as the fact I'm a fan of the genre, of the beat and rhyme culture. You know what I'm saying? And it's just disappointing. I've got to say something. You know what I'm saying? I haven't released any records or done anything on my own regarding that case. I have released a record in my life. I know what it's like to go in the studio and record for a record company. I've done that with Reverb Records, but I've never had or signed a hip hop contract or anything like that. Thank fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because, dude, it's shit. It's perverse. It's all sorts of shit. You know what I'm saying? We can go back to J.Rue the Damager when he outed Puffy with a song called You're Playing Yourself. You know, nobody heard of J.Rue the Damager after he dropped that last album, which Primo produced. You know what I'm saying? Which is audio, from an audio perspective, fantastic. You know what I'm saying? But that fucking quietened J.Rue up. You didn't really hear about him. You know what I'm saying? But for me, you know, he's still earns top shelf on you know, as far as underground hip hop's concerned. And that's the kind of underground hip hop I'm talking about. You know, that shit that's not established or non-establishment type shit that goes against the run of things and against the fucking whole regime. Another interesting thing is footage I'll play of KRS beefing on the phone, you know, going at somebody on the phone, saying things can get very bad for his opponent if he wants to carry on.
Why you knock on my door with, if you see me, it's on?
I didn't say that.
That's what the message was on my door. Then you know what, Jay? It's on. Dude, if I said right now to you, Jay, if I said to you right now, I stole the shit, Jay. Fuck it. For whatever reason, I stole that shit.
If you busted out my shit and like was like wearing my shit or something, I swear to God,
then what you gonna do? What you gonna do? If I drove your van, Jay, if I tagged your van and I drove up to you with your van and say, yo, I got the van. What's up? What you gonna do, Jay? Really?
I jump in the passenger seat.
That's right. You gotta jump in the passenger seat and talk that time. Stay away from me until we can resolve this issue.
I want to resolve this issue.
No. Stay away from me because it's real dangerous for you.
The whole year has fucked my world.
Yo, Jay, it's dangerous for you right now. You must be out of your mind. I love beating white boys. I love it.
Well, I'm a hip-hopper, so that's kind of...
I don't give a fuck. I love fucking up hip-hoppers, too. Don't you hear
This is how gangster the dude is, you know what I'm saying? You know, he can get you done in. He can get you done in. You know what I'm saying? He wields a powerful wand. So anybody that's confronting him, he's already protected online. You know, it's from my perspective, from where I am. I know Gemma have certain rules that people are in certain. I'm in Central Europe, so you know, some things I haven't got access to because of Gemma, and Gemma is the German equivalent of KRS. So you know, it's to protect other artists, and it goes into the whole copyright field. You know, which is why, you know, I'm very careful to credit other video makers when I use clips and stuff like that. So it's interesting. KRS, you know, can be violent and quite aggressive. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. You know, we know he's a narcissist, and we know he's a liar as well. Born motherfucking liar. The guy's lied from fucking point tip to fucking the base point. You know what I'm saying? He's lied all the way through. You know what I'm saying? You know, and Puppy by Doggie Diamonds. Big up Doggie Diamonds TV. Big fan. You know, pardon me if I use your clips, but there you go. You know what I'm saying? I've just got to get this across. Puppy lays it out. He lays it out on KRS-One. Says, look, dude, you know what I'm saying? You're either the same or, you know what I mean? You got something going on with that.
Well, as far as the Zulu Nation goes, I mean, it's like mixed feelings because that's my family. Yeah. Zulu Nation is bigger than Bambaataa, because he got tired of the rumors of Bam playing with little boys. When I ran into Powwow from Soul Sonic Force, I'm naming names again, he told me what really happened. Ahmed called Powwow and Crazy Mike. They came over to Bam's house, Ahmed's house. When they got in there, what had happened was the house smelled like little boy's ass and the little boy that was in there. Damn. And that's the day that Ahmed put Bam out. Dog down. And any litter that came off the dog, they'll put that down too, unless you raising a dog to bite, because you don't want people biters. Yeah. So with KRS, I personally feel like KRS-One need to be put down, him and his children, because you foul. and the seeds that you breeding is foul. Anytime that you can sit up there and say, first and foremost, no disrespect, but hip hop is already dead. That song, Rock, Planet Rock, come on, son. That's a disco song. That's not hip hop. If Bam name gotta be erased out of hip hop because he shamed us all, and see, Bam could sit up there and save himself. If KRS-One was a real man, what he would do is, he would tell Bam, you know what? Let's step up to the plate. Let's fix this. Let's solve this. Let's be a man about it. Let's answer to what was done, and we can move forward, and we can heal you, and we can heal the youth. But everybody's calling on the phone, and that's another thing that I'm not feeling too. Quit with the post that's being posted up on Facebook with all the, oh, Bam, he won't answer our call. How could you do this to us? Like, stop it. Why would you really want to talk to him when half of y'all got molested by him too? What are you looking for? Could be so inconsiderate. Do you know what it's like to be molested? Or did you doing what he was doing? And after I seen the picture of that young boy, and then they told me about the kid in Brazil, I wanted to come forward. It was the hardest thing in the world for me to do, to say what I said. It was the hardest thing in the world for me to do. So for me to have went through all of the pain that I went through, and KRS-One could be so inconsiderate. Do you know what it's like to be molested? Or did you like being molested? I mean, I no disrespect to him when I say I've been hearing stories about him and Scott LaRock being in a relationship. I don't know if it's true or not, but maybe being a homosexual, you feel like it's okay for grown men to sleep with little boys. Because outside of that, I've never seen a father that would be so insensitive towards somebody that was molested. Somebody can you please, like, I mean, if I can't make him understand, maybe somebody else should, but then again, who we fooling? This is the teacher here. Blastmaster, KRS-One.
A lot of people have signed it off that him and Bambaataa, KRS-One and Bambaataa are partners, husband and wife. A lot of people have signed that off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've signed, that's signed sealed. That's the done issue for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Case motherfucking closed, man. Columbo one-eyed type motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Slush. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. Now with the puppy thing, he goes deep. He goes deep. Puppy's not holding no punches. He's got no reason to hold no punches. And this is where I go back to the twin theme. You know, Ronald Savage has written a book and he works for the American government. He's got a department in the American government on local level. You know, Puppy's a street dude, street hood, you know what I'm saying, who wound up in the can for several offenses, you know, and took the rap for other people as well, you know what I'm saying, and it's come out, it's all good, you know. But having relationships has been difficult for him, as Ronald Savage said the same thing, because this touching thing, this trust thing, you know what I'm saying, it's not an easy, because we're talking about spirit, you know, how the physical body houses spirit, and you know, if it's touched in a wrong way, the relationship between body and spirit becomes a different thing after a while, if that's not addressed, and your wholeness of spirit itself are not you know, then bound into one organism, because we're talking about being holy, a whole person, not fragmented and having skeletons in your closet and stuff like that. Now,
yo, Mick. Hey, what's up? Yo, what's going on with you, boy?
Nah, everything is good. I know you're mad.
How did you go out there?
Hello?
Yeah. Like a motherfucking suicide bomber, bro. And we didn't see that coming, man. We didn't see that coming, B. That ain't cool, B. Nobody thought, and I say it over and over again. I said it earlier today to family. Well, anything a motherfucker did, he wanted to do it, man. Ain't nobody forced nobody to do nothing, bro. Ain't nobody put no knife to their throat, or put no gun to their head, or put no bat to their face. Niggas did what they wanted to do, man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let it be known that the Zulu Nation don't have nothing to do with this. You know what I'm saying?
The guy is putting up our logo, University.
Listen, disrespecting the Zulu Nation is disrespecting me. I'm Zulu. I'm Zulu for life, and I'll straighten that out. This don't have nothing to do with y'all. is what happened to me, what Bam did to me. I had to get it out. And I want people to respect that, man. Like, yo, come on, man. Like, yo, I've been living with this shit. And I've been telling people know over the years, and people Ben told me I should have said something. But no, me, I'm protecting Bam. You know what I'm saying? I'm a victim, and I still protected him.
How did you become a victim, bro? Tell me how you was a victim.
Because I was young. I didn't know what the fuck, yo. You know what I'm saying? I did it. This is Bam. Like, yo, man. Like, come on, man. And sometimes, yo, I was nervous, man. I was scared. I didn't know who to turn to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even saying their name. So they need to chill the fuck out. And that person know who it is. I ain't say shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't say shit. I kept that person 100% out of it because I love that person. I would never ever say who brought Bam to my house. You know what I'm saying? And Bam did all that shit to me. And Bam kept coming back to my house, until I got tired of it and I didn't answer my fucking door no more. Come on, man. I had to cross my legs and Bam putting his dick in between my legs and humping me. I was a fucking kid. And I wish everybody understand that. Y'all don't know the pain that I suffered. I couldn't even touch hands with people. Come on, man. Yo, man. I didn't even like to be touched. I had asked about money. My shit ain't about no money. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with that. And my friends, no. The only friends I have is y'all. Why the hell would I want to disrespect my relationship with my friends? Y'all is my only friend. This don't have nothing to do with y'all.
Star hates us, bro.
Yeah, but that's y'all and Star. That's y'all and Star. That's not me. You know, y'all know what happened. So stop covering for him. That's the thing that makes me mad, man. I'm not mad at none of y'all. I fucking love y'all niggas to death, yo. I love that happened to him. What would you want your son to do? Come on, man.
Motherfuckers have gay kids, and them kids wanted to do what they do. We hope they don't turn like that. But when it happens, you're like, you know what? Was he forced? If he was forced, I'm killing that motherfucker. No, he wasn't forced. Okay.
You know, Poppy delivers a heavy blow to KRS-One. You know, he actually lays him out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, my advice is to leave fucking KRS-One well alone. He's part of the agenda. He works for UNICEF. He's an agent. Okay? He's a sophisticated intelligence gathering bot. He's an agent. That's what he is. You know, he's not a real person. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I wouldn't give that motherfucker the time of day. You know what I'm saying? And I've got to rip him out of all my songs. You know, I'll keep it short. Star Jam I want to talk about now is you know, Herman Smalls interviews him on a cable on channel on YouTube and from the House Godliness Movement, and it's a very interesting interview because he's talking about his influences from the time he grew up to the present day. You know what I'm saying? I'm throwing Star Chamber into this because of the DJ Envy situation, and I'll play a clip of that as well. Just when he, you know what I'm saying, when he said those things on the phone to DJ Envy and lost his position at Hot 97.
Great. I am absolutely positively great. You know, the #1 morning show in New York City. You know, we're gonna be in a couple of different places soon that you'll find out about soon. You know, my show on MTV2 is great. My show on Sirius is great. You know, I buy anything that I want. My kids have everything that they want. Their college is paid for already. My wife has every Birkin bag and every Christian Louboutin shoe. You know, every Rolex watch that she wants. Demonic. It's like, if you look at everything it's based on, you worship money. You don't, you know, it got out of, when I was a kid, you loved music. You loved making music. You loved listening to music. Now it came into, you love the money. Right.
Back in the book segment tonight, a New York City shock jock. Tonight, a New... Back in the book segment tonight, a New York City shock jock, Troy Terrain, known as DJ Star, was fired by Clear Channel Radio and arrested after saying this about a rival's 4-year-old daughter.
Where does this kid go to school? I got $500 for that information.
I'll come for your kids.
Yeah.
I will come for your kids. Man, I finally got the information on his slant-eyed wife.
You didn't hear me. I said I would like to do an R. Kelly on your seed, on your little baby girl.
Now, Mr. Terrain himself has filed a lawsuit in the case. He joins us with his lawyer, James Sinke. If anybody doesn't know about the R. Kelly thing, Sinke, I'm sorry. You referenced Kelly.
Yes.
As far as what you would do to the 4-year-old. Now,
hood talk, slang talk, the rap culture, hip-hop.
Well, you get charges of endangering the welfare of a child. The judge, Ellen Gessner, adjourned the case for 6 months.
There were multiple charges, and this was a big event.
But if you do something wrong in the next 6 months,
absolutely not.
They're going to criminally charge you.
Charges were dismissed, and people need to know that.
Well, but aren't you sorry you involved a 4-year-old girl in this? Because you know that girl, all right, even though she's so little, everybody knows about it.
First of all, the child heard nothing.
No, but everybody knows about it.
Let me jump in, because you're asking what many people have asked. Am I sorry? More so than anything else.
Why are you embarrassed?
But here's the thing.
Why are you embarrassed?
Well, because what has been taken out of context, what I was paid to do by Clear Channel, and let's be clear on that, has turned into something else. But I'm a man. I take my licks, and I keep on moving.
So if you had to do it again, you wouldn't have involved the 4-year-old?
It's not a question of what I do it again. What I did, first of all, according to FCC rules and regulations, has not been declared a fine.
What you did was wrong, and the reason it's wrong is because you involved a 4-year-old little innocent girl in a bunch of garbage street talk that you acknowledge was such. I wouldn't care whether you said what about your rival or whatever. To bring in the 4-year-old girl, you don't know the unintended consequences of that.
Slang.
Mad all the time. Somebody used to say something. It used to make me upset because I came from the place where, my pops is a cop, and my pops was one of those dudes where he's the type of dude that be like, if somebody say something, he'll put his gun to the side, let's shoot a fair one. Right. And all this fakeness, and when people get emotional, they don't know how to stay the coast. They get emotional and start going crazy.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like I had one jock talk about my kids, right?
Hold on for a second. We don't have to be clandestine.
What you mean?
All right, we know who we talking about.
Yeah. One jock talking about my kids, right? And
I see what you just did. Yeah. No. Go on.
It's irrelevant. So talk about my kids, right? Which was a coward move. That's something cowards do. Something I don't respect. Not a man. Half a bitch. But I'm a different guy, so I just it is what it is. All right, if that's what you got to do, you got to live with it. Right. And when it happened, I was upset. I mean, upset. I'm like, I'm gonna try to take this dude's head off, right? So, and this is why I love my wife so much. So my wife says, you can go kill this dude, right? And
then
and what happens?
Exactly.
Nothing. You go to jail. I lose you.
Right.
He said,
we lose this.
But he says, she goes, you know what? Let me kill him breathing. I said, what the fuck does that mean? I'm not here for no deep shit right now, nigga. I want revenge.
She said, let her kill him.
Right. She said, she goes, baby, take a break. Let me kill him breathing. I said, what the fuck does that mean? So she goes, you got to go to Miami to do your show. Go get this money. All right. When I get back home, he ain't got his job no more. So she goes, what'd I tell you? I said, you said you were going to kill him breathing. She said, that's exactly what I did. Took his power away and it took his job. You can hurt somebody and kill them and they die, but what does that do?
That's senseless.
That's senseless.
Right.
But now if I kill you, you can't breathe anymore. You're alive, but you're dead.
Right.
Not only am I sitting in there and I got your check. Not only do I have your check.
Yeah, I wish you could see Envy's eyes right now.
You're irrelevant.
Envy's scaring me right now.
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter because I'm irrelevant and I'm not emotional. I'm not going to move off emotions. Job is because I want to leave. If somebody does something that you want to get back,
slow it down.
You kill them breathing.
Don't even react.
You kill them breathing.
Exactly.
Because that way they can see your success and it burns them and it irks them and it makes them tell stories and it makes them act like.
Makes them envious.
And it makes them act
like. Very interesting. You can talk about the books he read and how his mum, whipped him across the eyes and told him to read books. Doesn't want to injure his son, someone who knows what they're talking about, someone who can, you know, reflect back on a bit of history. It's pretty interesting stuff.
Are you talking about DJ Envy with Sean Casey?
Yes.
Okay. I was a battle rapper ahead of my time.
That is that the spin of the century? Spin something better than that. Okay.
Nobody in their right fucking mind believes that Star gave a fuck about DJ Envy's family or anybody. Nobody in their right fucking mind. And if you do think that, fuck you.
Okay.
Talk about your early childhood and how you grew up, you know what I'm saying? But that's about it, you know? Malia, Obama smokes weed, man. Fuck me, what are we gonna say now? You know what I'm saying? For my money, the whole family's a freak show. So it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck they do, you know what I'm saying? If you look hardcore at the pictures, you can see there's the same science going on there. And like I said, codes, colours, you know, numbers, all sorts of stuff going on there. And that's it, you know what I'm saying? As far as KRS is concerned, you know, I've proved my, you know, for me, you know, I've seen enough, seen and heard enough to know that that dude is not one of you. And none of these motherfuckers are none of you. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers you see on TV every day, nigga, they ain't you. You know, treat that like a separate world. You know, it's a little fucking. You're looking through the lens into a different dimension. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, try your best not to treat it like reality. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same with news media. Try your damnedest not to treat it like the real thing. You know? But then do your damnedest to hit parks and hillsides and as much nature and take in as much nature as you can. Because nature's going to go for a turmoil, right? Pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? In several parts of the world. I don't know if that's going to be at once. You know what I'm saying? What am I talking about? Well, Maburo. You know, I'm not 100% stamping it as a real object. But, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. You know, behind objects that pull gravitationally on other things and other forces, that's it. The theory is it will, as Nibiru rotates around the Earth, the ball Earth, this is the ball Earth, it pulls continents and sea coastlines with it. And as it orbits back round again, it throws it all back again. So we've got something different to look at when it's gone. And it's been the Comet Ison, Comet Lovejoy thing or theme continuing for me, you know. And Ison is a breakdown with this acronym of Isaac Newton. Ison, eyes on. You know, so, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, dude, you know what I'm saying? The weather's looking shit. It's fucking mid-August in middle Europe, and it's like September already. The only thing is there ain't no fucking leaves dropping out of the fucking sky yet. So, dude, you know what I'm saying? And the whole Heart project, you know, it's, for me, it's plain enough, you know what I'm saying? Chemtrails and the whole shit and everything else and the whole nine, you know what I'm saying? It's as clear as daylight for me, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not going to be blinkered-eyed anymore, you know what I'm saying? You know, the whole thing is a joke, it's a setup, and it's designed to keep us in a prison state of mind, in a prison state of being, you know? So that's it. Nothing more to say here, and nothing more to do here, and like I said, the KRS thing, for me, I've wrapped it up, you know? And I'll come back and report on any other, or, you know, try to make sense of or express. Let's put it this way, because, you know, I started out really with a fucking, you know what I'm saying, like some real, like, you know, like some real beef with somebody, you know what I mean? And my presentation was a little raw, and, you know, I've woken up to the fact now that, you know, I've been doing industry favorite podcasts for the last 13 years. You know what I'm saying? Not all on video. See, I've only just started doing these podcasts on video. So I'll finish up now and say, yo, dude, get your hip hop right here. You know, sorry about ending my other presentations a bit abruptly and everything else and all that lot. I'm practicing, trying to get, you know what I'm saying, you know, into broadcasting mode whenever I come up with camera, you know. And it's taken me a couple of hours today to get into broadcasting mode and to make sure my research in check. And Malia it all out. So peace out, dudes. You know what I'm saying? I want to finish this up. Be back at you with any more latest material. Okay, should be. Okay.
He moved to Baychester, and that's when the incident happened. I went to see a girlfriend, and I was actually about going on 13. I was in my late, you know, I was 12 going on 13, and I went to see my girlfriend. But prior to seeing my girlfriend, I said, well, you know what? Let me go say hi to Bambaataa, because he lived in the building, and I, you know, you ever been with a guy? And I'm like, no. He's like, well, you don't. I said, that's gay. He's like, you don't have to be gay to be with a guy. And then he started showing me photo albums of some of the guys that I knew about, like this guy named Monk. I don't know what his real name is, but I know that was his street name. Was Monk. Monk was in a picture holding his penis in his hand, and he had like a photo. What was the name of those? It was an Instamatic, so the Polaroid.
Polaroid.
Right.
Evil and light, darkness and light. If your heart is filled with darkness, there is no way for light to enter.